We have the Gray family now with us, everyone. This is Mom Shonda Gray, and of course, one of the newest members of the University of Notre Dame football program, Christian Gray, who officially today, Christian, it's official, man. You've been committed for a minute, but it's official. You are now part of the University of Notre Dame football program. And the University of Notre Dame, what's that mean for you, buddy? What's this day been like for you?
I mean, it's just a blessing, really, just all of it, because this was my grandpa's dream. Like he just thought of me about succeeding at Notre Dame. His favorite college was Notre Dame, and he just said, "If you play at Notre Dame, I could watch you for free." So, but it's just been a dream come true, and it's just been great.
Well, Shonda, it is wonderful to see you again, by the way. Absolutely wonderful. If anybody hasn't seen my previous interview with Shonda, that was one of my favorite interviews that I've done of anybody, not just parents, just in general this cycle. What's this day been like for you? I know we just got Christian's perspective, but being a mother, seeing the recruitment process, I know you have an older daughter that's at Ohio State, so you've been there a little bit at this point, but seeing Christian's process come to a final point here of now signing, going off to the campus in a couple weeks. What's this day been for you?
I'm going to try not to cry again, but it's been amazing. It's a relief. It's done. We are, he's on his way, finished up high school and signed today. This morning. It's just been amazing. It's still jaw dropping. Like, man, we made it. Like, you made it. And I'm really proud of him. So yeah, pretty tiring at this point right about now, but it's all good. It's all good. So yeah, so I'm just grateful.
Well, Christian, I hope you're appreciative of that lady right there, because I know she has been a rock through this entire situation, right? So, Christian, can I get your perspective on the process, though, man? We've talked about it a ton as far as, Ohio State was a team that recruited you heavy. LSU was a team that recruited you for a long time. USC came in and was trying to, get into that conversation, obviously. What was it for you that ultimately sold Notre Dame, kind of looking back on it a little bit?
Oh, it was definitely the education, though. It was the education and the faith. That's what I really loved about it, and actually the atmosphere too. Because I don't see that at a lot of other people's schools. Like the schools I visit, it was not that much of a family type breed atmosphere. And I could say first they didn't start off with NIL talk, so that was a great thing.
So, Christian, I want to take you back to a phone conversation after your visit in April. It was on a Sunday night, and we were talking, and you told me, I think I'm going to make my decision on the 4th of July. And in the background, your mom says, no, you should do it May 15th. And then you guys go back and forth, and it was hilarious. But I was thinking, man, does he know where he wants to go? Like, he's setting his decision. At that point in time, you had just left Notre Dame. Or are you still going back and forth between some of the other schools, or did you feel like you knew at that point in time that Notre Dame was the choice for you?
Actually, that was hard because actually July 4th, it just reminded me of like a date by my papa, and so I was like, I should do it on that date. Like, it was just something that God brought into my head, and then I was still battling with schools too, like.
Yeah.
LSU, Ohio State, USC, Notre Dame. Like, I was battling still, but then when they came to OVs, and then I was like, oh, Notre Dame's the choice, of course. So that's when I knew Notre Dame is home. So I surprised her talking to Coach Freeman saying I will be committing here. So yeah.
And Shonda, you saying May 15th, you wanted him to have the experience at his school. Is that the reason why you wanted to do it on the 15th?
Yes. But you said something that reminded me too. And I was like, wait, let me be quiet. Because maybe he already know where he wants to go. Yep. And I don't want to deter him from that. But yeah, we went back and forth that night. I'm like, why 4th of July? And then he told me why, which is it was a big holiday for my dad. So we couldn't wait till my dad's birthday because his birthday was September 24th. So that was putting us too far out. So he was like, the day that our family always was together was July 4th at my dad's house. And so I was like, okay, all right, that makes sense. But he was going back and forth between the schools. But I also was thinking that I was like, well, maybe he decided like this, he knows where he's supposed to be. But yeah.
Well, Christian, I was busting your chops a little bit earlier about appreciating your mom, but I want to hear your perspective on your mom throughout this process, sir, because I know that your mom has been in the education field for a long time. You already mentioned that academics was a big part of your conversation. What has that lady meant for you during this process, man? I'm sure she was the rock. Let me hear it.
Oh man, she's everything. Like going on the trips, she'll pay, and then like even if it was an unofficial visit, she'll take me like far. Like even for USC, we flew down there. Like they didn't even pay her nothing. She paid all of it. Just flew down there. I'm like, dang, she a real one right here. First day right here, huh? So, but it was great. Like having a mom like this. It's just a blessing, really. And talking to me, like I could talk to her about anything, like really anything, and I know that she got my back always. And so like even if I fail, she'll literally pick me back up and say, do it again, Christian. I know you can do better. So yeah.
Well, one thing that Sean has shared with me, and I think Shonda mentioned it during our interview, is you're kind of the class clown of the 2023 class. So I just want to ask you directly, because I don't like hearsay. I don't like stuff behind the scenes, some back talk. Is this true, man? I need to hear if this is true.
Yeah. How can I? I can say yeah. I'm sort of am, because like sometimes being around new people is kind of like uncomfortable with like a lot of people sometimes, and I could tell like some of the recruits was just kind of isolated, like they just felt awkward at some moments. So I had to bust out the laughs. So had to be the class clown. I had to be like, hey man, like tell them a joke, make them feel comfortable, make them feel at home, because this is home. So yeah.
Yeah, you have to keep it light sometimes. Where does that personality come from? Like, was he always like, oh, it comes from mom? Wow.
Like you wouldn't understand. She hides all her.
It just got real in the chat in the show right now, y'all. It just got real.
Her seriousness is crazy. Like it's behind the mask. Like she'd be like, she be standing with a straight face all the time, but she telling jokes in her mind. Like she do this at home. Like me and Leia be in an argument and be like, she be talking to me. Say that's why you didn't get a haircut yesterday. Saying all of this, I'm like, dang, Mom, I didn't even do that. She's the class clown.
No, I'm not.
Yeah.
So I can see why the other Notre Dame moms can't wait for her to get to campus. She's probably the life of the party with them, huh, Christian? Hey, Christian, I heard there was a phenomenal rendition of "Here Come the Irish" last night on the Zoom call.
Oh, he went there.
How would you,
Christian? I don't know, man. This might be some top secret stuff. This might be a trap. This might be a trap.
Oh my God.
How would you grade that performance? How would you grade
it as good as the was it "Don't Stop Believing" that you were singing on the video that one time? Which one was better?
God.
Well, he performed.
Oh my God. Yeah. Dang. Dang. I'm flabbergasted. Like, that's crazy.
That's awesome. What makes Notre Dame kids unique. Notre Dame commit just use the word flabbergasted on them. That's what makes these cats special, y'all. And use it properly.
Christian, I will not lie, man. I will not lie. Sean Davis said that you were flabbergasted after the meeting last night, and I was like, he did not use the word flabbergasted. There's no way he used that.
So I had to send him the screenshot just to let him know, like.
Oh my God.
We didn't believe him. Well, no, he didn't. So you kind of got to talk about it now. Sean just kind of put it out there. So you got to. How was the rendition?
Wait.
How was it?
How was the meeting?
The rendition of the Irish.
It was.
The individual,
like
it was unique.
All you heard was like, I'm like, dang, the meeting just started.
Did he just do it out of nowhere? Did it just like happen?
Wait, Christian,
it just
Christian,
happened out of nowhere, but
Christian, I muted you. Can you do that again? I didn't quite hear that. Can you do that one more time?
Nah, bro. It just came out of nowhere, but everybody was good. Everybody was laughing, but we just all. It was just a great time, though.
Oh, Christian, I want to, on a serious note, I do want to, you know me, I always got to bring it back to seriousness, guys. I apologize. What has it been like this? What is this class like? What are people going to remember about this class? You know, you guys talk a lot, and there's words that we hear a lot, you know, brotherhood, things like that. But the thing that I've been really fascinated by is how often you guys use the word championship. Like even linemen, I was joking about that earlier. Like even like Sam Pendleton and Sullivan Absher talking about it, right? Like normally the linemen they talk about like just they're in like their own little different world, right? Offensive linemen, but even they're talking about it, and it's just something that we constantly hear. Like, what is it about you guys as a brotherhood, as a group that just has you guys so confident that like, and that's what you sold to kids who maybe have left is like, look, you can do what you got to do, but this is what we're going to do right here if you want to be a part of it or not. Like, where'd that come from with you guys?
Oh, that we had a whole conversation about this too. We said nobody can mess with us for real. Like we just said, as like all confidence, our work ethic, our grind, our mentality, nobody can mess with us if we keep doing what we're doing and just keep studying, watching film, get our grades right, go on that field and ball out. At the end of the day, nobody can mess with us. So that's where we get the mentality and the brotherhood that we just come together and just stay together because nobody can pull us apart.
Well, Christian, speaking of brotherhood, I know that Notre Dame is making some headway in the St. Louis area recently, right? With yourself, Jeremiah Love in this class, Gabriel Rubio and Tyson Ford are already on the roster. But looking forward now, man, there's a couple of 2024 guys that might be of some interest for Notre Dame. You know, the Ryan Wingos, the world Jeremiah McClellans. How important is it for you? You don't even have to talk about those guys, but how important is it just for you in general to be a part of that pipeline building in St. Louis? Because there's a lot of talented players obviously coming out of there.
It's just incredible to be a part of that too. Like the St. Louis pipeline, I didn't know it run that deep into Notre Dame because I didn't know it was that many kids from St. Louis going up there until they told me how many people. I was like, wow, that's crazy. We got a lot of St. Louis kids up here, but it's great that the St. Louis kids could come up to like Notre Dame, and it's just a great thing. Like for like. How I can say this, like other schools that we visited, like some of the like top kids in St. Louis that we visited, nothing compares to Notre Dame, and like and we all know that. Like in St. Louis, we all know that. So yeah.
Christian, you have to tell myself or Ryan, because we've been trying to decipher this from highlights, the matchup between the Smet and Christian brothers in the playoffs. What was the conversation between you and Jeremiah? Because he was talking trash. You were chasing him for a little bit. I know you guys were talking the entire game, knowing you both were committed to Notre Dame. Just what was the talk like in that matchup?
Oh my gosh. So Jeremiah McKellen or Jeremiah Love?
Jeremiah
Both.
Love. Both. Yeah, both. I guess.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, I was talking my stuff to McKellen though. Like I was talking my stuff, but I couldn't tackle. Like I tackled Jeremiah Love one time. I got up, yeah, like I was excited because like he a big dude. Like he run fast like that. I was glad that I tackled him, but then like in the middle of the plays, I would just be talking trash, be like, "Hey, your shoe gonna tie me." Like everything else, just joking with him and everything. But at the end of the day, like it just came down to it's all love like after the game. But I was talking my stuff, but so yeah.
What was funny about that game, Sean, I think is that the game where Jeremiah was like kind of coasting in the end zone, and all of a sudden like Christian comes off the screen, and he was trying to be smooth, and then he's like, "Oh, I got to hurry it up a little bit because this guy's getting on me real fast." So he got to pick up the pace a little bit around the 10-yard line because he realized I may not make it.
Right,
Christian's coming at me. I want to ask you something, Christian, though, about your season. I was looking at your schedule, and then just like, it's like, did his coach say, let's put a schedule together that's just going to challenge Christian every single game?
Yeah.
You know, and it's just like you were playing like Aaron Scott at the beginning, and then IMG, and then Ryan Wingo. But in a serious note, like how – I would assume that's got to help you as far as like really getting ready for that next leap to say, hey, look, I can be Benjamin Morris next year. I can be that freshman comes into plays because talk about being battle tested, and then of course, not only did you get tested, but you shined, man. I mean, if we're being real about it, like that my recruiting pitch to Ryan Wingo, if I was you, was like, hey man, the good part about coming to Notre Dame is you don't have to face me on Saturday because you put him on lock in that game, and that's my guy. You know what I mean? So, but in all seriousness, like, how does that help you as you get ready for that next level? Saying, hey, I'm playing D1 dudes like every Saturday at wide receiver, and I'm showing that I can not only handle them, but I mean play with them, but outplay them. Like, what did that mean for you to do that this year?
I mean a lot. Like when I saw the schedule, I was like, "Ain't no way." Ain't no way.
Top 100, 5-star, top 100.
I was like, "Wow, we playing all the best teams, huh?" And so, but all of it was just common. I was like, "Oh yeah, this is the thing I live for. This is what I love so much about this game." So going against them kids, going against like the same 5 stars and 4 stars, it was just amazing. Like it was just a matchup every time. Like trusting my skills and my techniques. That's what I'm supposed to do as a DB, and just guarding them and locking them up. That's just who I am. So I just kept it 100, always on that field, and I just love doing it. So yeah.
Well, Christian, we appreciate.
Can I ask Shonda one more question, man? Because as a parent that's going through this, the emotions of today is one thing, but I just want to forewarn you, the drop off is going to be something different. As a parent that's going through it, that drop off is going to be something else. So just enjoy the holiday season and these moments. And man, you are literally looking at the reflection of who you are. And that lets us know that you're a great individual yourself, because this is a great young man.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Guys, thank you so much for being with us. Christian Gray, next member of this cornerback group that Mike Mickens is building. Ms. Gray, thank you so much. I look forward to we're gonna have to have you back on again, because this is a lot of fun. So,
thank you.
We
Thanks,
appreciate
Christian.
you all very
Congratulations. Shonda, really nice to see you again. Thank you for coming on.
Okay, thank you all.
All
Have
right,
a great
CG.
evening.